And so we're going to talk, first of all, about prospecting. And so your IP, your intellectual property, is in your minds. And I believe with everything that is in me, it is so important that as you have names pop into your mind, that you pull those names out of your mind and you put it on paper. So who are people that you would love to share this business with? And maybe you're thinking, nobody. Are you kidding me? I'm too scared. I'm not going to share this business with anybody because I'm scared to death. And so we're going to talk about that in a minute. But who, if they did this business, would be good at it? Who, if you shared with them, if you could get brave enough, who do you know that loves business? Who do you know that has a lot of energy? Who do you know that's well-connected? Who do you know that's open-minded? Who do you know from your past? You want to think about these high-level people. Like, who do you know? And you deserve that. So don't think about, oh, who needs this? Oh, who can I help? Who can I help along? Because right now you're trying to build a massive business. And so you are looking for other people that you can bring into your business with you that can help you share the story of how to be financially free, of the vision of being with a tribe and a culture and a community and sharing what we have. So you want to make that list. So you want to list it out, make out a list of 100 people, then cultivate that list. So many times I'll hear people say, make a list, but you don't want to just make a list. You're going to make a list and you're going to grow that list every single day. So who are you meeting in daily life? Who are you meeting in social media? Who are you creating relationships with? And so you want to build that list on a piece of paper. I have never, ever had someone get to a multi-six-figure income on my teams that haven't made a list. I mean, it's 101. You can't skirt by it. You have to do it. And so the first thing is to build your list. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about, okay, now we have this list. What do I do with this list? And this is where I think that there are very simple solutions. So, I always feel like when I'm sharing this with a new person coming onto my team, I always feel like there are typically two types of people. The first person would be the person that is like, you know what? I want to do this, but you don't understand. I'm scared to death. I don't understand. I don't think I've had the experience. If somebody asks me a question, I don't know what to do. I want to do this, but I'm scared to death, if I were to be honest. That's how some people are. Some people are like, are you kidding me? I've got to do this. I'll go talk to everybody. I am not scared. I want to go all out. I want to win. You tell me what to do and I'll go do it. Right now, I'm in the second category of people. When I very first got started, I was terrible. And I want you to understand this. So if you're sitting there or in your house or you're listening tonight and you're like, I'm just like, I used to say this all the time. Like sometimes in life, I'm a square peg in a round hole. I mean, just to be really real with you. And so when I came into this industry, I was painfully shy. My upline would tell me what to say and I would blurt it out and say it wrong. And I was scared. I mean, I was bad. I was terrible. Like there's no way you could be worse right now or as shy as I was when I started. But my why was really strong. I was really fueled up and I made up for any shortcoming in my work ethic. Okay. So I want you to feel that. And I want you to know that because this is not for the select few that are privileged or, can stand from a stage and speak. This is for anybody that wants it. And that's why we even have this platform. And that's why there is 3 International. It's for you. Like, I know I can't see you and I hate that. I can't see you, but it's for you. Like, yes, you. And so let's say you're sitting there and you're like, okay, well, whatever it is, it's for me. And so here's the deal. Let's talk first of all to those of you that are like, put me in, coach. Like, I got this. I can make this happen. Let's go do it. This is what I believe. When I'm starting the business, I do what's called a perfect start. It consists of two components, a perfect 7 and a launch event. a perfect 7, and a launch event. A perfect 7 and a launch event. That's where we start. And that perfect 7 when I share this with you, you're going to be like, oh, that's not that much. Not very much at all. But what I want you to know is this. I want you to think of this rhyme. When 10 a week is all I can think, I'll be a multi 6-figure earner in a blink. When 10 a week is all I can think, I'll be a multi 6-figure earner in a blink. If you're starting from ground floor and you can figure out a way to share the opportunity with 10 people a week, week in and week out, initially it's going to be you sharing with your own personal prospects because you don't have a team yet, right? When 10 a week is all I can think, I'll be a multi 6-figure earner and above in a blink. So 10 a week, 10 a week, 10 a week. And you're tracking that number that's the first thing I want you to understand. This is where we're not elusive. Like we can choose every day. We can choose every week. Am I going to make a conscious effort to share with 10 a week so that over time, what happens is you do that. And this is what this whole training is. Your team begins to do it. And then their team begins to do it. And their team begins to do it. And their team begins to do it. And pretty soon you have hundreds of thousands of shares going on within your team. But let's come back to square one. You're sitting here, you're brand new, or maybe you're stuck. Sometimes you're brand new, sometimes you're stuck. Sometimes you need to rev up. At any point, I need to rev up in my business or I want to level up. I'm like, perfect 7. So first of all, let's look at this. You're raring, you're ready to go. You're excited. Like you know what you're going for. So you're going to look for 7 people that if they were to do this business, they would be amazing at it. 7, I mean, the most up-level people that you can possibly think of, okay? And you're going to reach out to them. So if I'm reaching out to, now remember, if this is freaking you out, we're going to talk about the other way in just a second. But those of you that are like, put me in, I'm ready. Like, I want to go straight to the top. You don't understand. I'm hungry for this. That's how I am, right? So 7 people that if they were to do this business would be great at it. Who are those people? And so think about them. You know, maybe it's a businessman. Maybe it's a realtor. I mean, these are 7 people that could literally change your business. And what I want you to understand is sometimes these names will come into your mind and you'll think things like, man, they're never going to do it. Like, I'm crazy. What am I even thinking? And you reach out to them and they say yes. Like Black Crow, my team, Christine Peterson. When I went to reach out to her, I mean, she was the number 1 worldwide in another platform. And when I went to reach out to her, I was like, her name went in my mind. And I said to God, I was like, are you kidding me? She is going to tell me no. Like I've already asked her before and she said no, but her name comes into my mind, the most leveled up person I know. And I swallowed this big old swallow. It went down into my stomach and I picked up the phone. I texted her and I said, Christine, can I call you? I want to run something by you. So when I go to a business person, that's what I say. Can I call you? I want to run something by you. I never, ever take a business person and text them a question or try to text them to get them to listen. Because if this person is leveled up, I consider them to be one of the CEOs of my distribution centers that I'm building. And if I really believe that about them, then this needs to be a phone call. Christine, can I call you? So whoever your person is, John, can I call you? Do you have time? And so when she said yes, or when they say yes to you, you're going to get on the phone with them. We have some scripts. I'm not a big script person. I'll pass through them in a second. You guys can take a picture if you want to do that. But literally, this is basically what I say to every business builder prospect. And let me go back to this. I have one goal, and that is to get that business builder prospect to a tool. That tool might be a Zoom. That tool might be a one-on-one meeting. That tool might be a launch event. That tool might be a big event. Whatever it is, I want to get this person to hear the entire opportunity share. I don't want that person to have half facts, because if they don't hear everything, they don't hear enough to make a decision. Okay. So I would say to Christine, Christine, look, I've made a decision to do this company. It's a network marketing company. It's cross-border. It's open in 14 countries. I know this company is going to go to a multi-billion-dollar a year. Every single product is in the physician desk reference. I know that you are successful, so I'm going to do the takeaway. I know you're successful. I've got to edify that. And I know that you probably may not be looking for something else, but here's the deal. Would you be open to taking a look at it? Because if you did take a look at it and you decided to do it, even if you decided to give just referrals and not proactively build, we pay 30% referral commission. Would you be open to just listening? Okay, I'm going to do that again a little bit faster. Would you be open to just listening? And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get her to a tool. I'm going to get her to a tool as soon as I can. Within less than 24 hours of this phone conversation, I want her on a Zoom. So the company provides the global op Zooms. There's videos that you can send, but I probably am going to get her either on the global op Zoom or on a Zoom that my upline's doing so that she can take a listen, okay? Because I want her to hear the whole facts, or I might get her on a one-on-one with my upline. However I decide to do that, I'm going to get her to a tool. So let's go through this one more time. Christine's on my list. I'm shaking in my shoes. I think she might reject me, but if I don't give it my best shot, then how am I ever going to win? So I'm nervous as can be. I message her, Christine, can I call you? She says, yes. I get on the phone with her. Christine, this is Amy. I know this is going to catch you off guard, but I just partnered with a network marketing company based out of Utah. It's actually a cross-border e-commerce company. It just opened in 14 countries worldwide. It's on the ground floor. Here's the deal, Christine. Every single product is in the physician desk reference. We just had a $1.7 million day. And there is no doubt in my mind that this company is going to go to multi-billion dollars. I know you're successful already, and you may not even be interested in doing something like this, but would you be open to taking a look at the opportunity? Even if you yourself decide that you don't want to do it, you might be able to point me in the right direction. And if you do so, then we even pay 30% referral commissions. Would you be open to listening? So that's where I'm going to start with Christine to get her to listen to the business. Now, let's go to the other side. And let's say that you're like, Amy, I'm scared to death. Like, that sounds great, but I wouldn't even know what to say if she started asking questions. I'm scared. So this is what I would do in your case. I would find the 7 nicest people that you know. Like, who do you know that's nice? Who do you know that's friendly? Who do you know that's well-connected? Who do you know that you enjoy being around? So, you know, that they're warm, but maybe they're not as scary to you. You're going to start with those and then just be honest with them, because here's the deal. The more you hear the opportunity, the more you get with your upline, you listen, you do follow up, you're going to find more and more confidence, and then you're going to be able to reach out to everyone. But if you have to start with people that are more warm, that's okay. So say to them, look, so let's say that I'm going to reach out to Paula, and Paula is my cousin, or Paula is a teacher at school, and she's just nice and friendly. I would say to her, Paula, look, I just partnered with a company based out of Utah. It's a network marketing company. It's cross-border e-commerce. And I am learning how to give information about the company. I thought about you because you're the nicest person I know. Would you be willing to get on a Zoom and listen to the information, ask questions to my friend, Paul, and listen so that I can learn how to give the information? Okay. So I've had a couple of people say, well, that sounds like a bait and switch. It's not a bait and switch. We don't care. The goal isn't for you to recruit these warm individuals. The goal for you is to get so confident that after 7 times of getting them on a Zoom, listening to your upline, do a follow-up, that you now feel comfortable. So this is the perfect 7. Within the first 14 days, my goal is to have anyone that I enroll do 7 shares. And I have one goal, and that is either to get in front of their best 7 people and teach them my skill set of sharing so that they can listen to me follow up, or to get them in front of 7 warm and comfortable people so that I can level up their confidence so that as they go forward in the business, they feel confident. So that is connect and invite. Now, We also then offer launch parties. So I think launch parties are really important. That's what I'm at tonight. This is where you would find as many people as you can. You're going to invite them either to a Zoom launch or to a home meeting. And this would be your warm market, everybody. You're going to massively send out invites, maybe 60, 70, 80, 90 invites. You're going to send them out. And what that's doing is it's letting your entire warm market know what you're doing, and you're going to invite them to get onto a launch party. Now, those are the two ways that I believe is the perfect start: getting 7 people to listen right away and then booking a launch event. Okay. So that's really how we start. Now, you do not need to be an expert. So don't worry about, oh my goodness, I don't know how to do this. What do I say? That's why we have tools. Even for me, when I'm booking someone, so right now today, I was booking my spiritual coach, Patricia. She is a leveled up contact. So I saw her today and I said, Patricia, you have to listen to what I'm doing. My mind is blown. The company had a $1.7 million day. Our best mentor in the company, our number one producer in the company, has earned millions and took a previous platform to 10 billion on just her team. Patricia, this thing is going to blow up. I would love for you to look at it. Are you open? And Patricia said, yeah, I'm open, right? And so I didn't go in and start saying a bunch of things. I invited her to a Zoom tomorrow night. So she's getting on a Zoom tomorrow night because I'm going to let that tool do the work for me versus me verbally vomiting all over her. So now at this point, you have your why set. So you know why you're doing this. You've got your perfect 7. You've done your perfect 7. You're starting to do that. You're starting to do a launch event. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at is we're going to look at following up. Now, I do want to sneak one thing in. I had a couple of people from Saturday when I did this, and they were like, do you stop there? No. That's just the start. The perfect 7 is teaching you and transferring that skill so that you feel so confident. Once you've done that perfect 7, our next step is Project 100. I'm like, take your list of 100 people. Ask all 100 people to listen. When you ask 100 people to listen to the Zoom, you're getting into a tool. 35 are going to listen. And out of those 35 that listen, 10 are going to sign up. And then you're going to take those same 10 and go through the process again. Okay. But now let's go to this next part. So at this point, your individual, your prospect, whether it's your leveled up prospect or it's your person that's warm and you're comfortable with, they have taken a look at they have been connected. You've invited them. They've looked at the tool. And now what you're going to do is you're going to start following up with them. And so let me just kind of talk about follow-up for just a second. You don't need to convince anybody to do anything. And so I believe the very most important thing with follow-up is your posture. And so it's your posturing, your energy, like how are you carrying or how are you delivering yourself? And, I want you to know that whatever your dream is and whatever you desire, you can achieve it. And I mean, 100%. And so what you want to do is you want to level up and posture up. And this happened, you've got to do that. So how does that work? How do you posture up? First of all, you've got to have tenacity and grit. Like Daniel says, tell me yes or tell me no, tell me fast because I got to go. And for me, I'm like, I'll eat your no for breakfast. Like, tell me no, it's okay because I know what I have and I know where I'm going and I know my why and I don't need anybody. Like, I know what I bring to the table. So I'm building up my posture and I'm building up my tenacity all the time. And you deserve to be that person. And here's the other thing. If somebody cannot see your light and they cannot see your vision, you probably wouldn't hire them anyway. So somebody's like, oh, it's one of those pyramids. In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm not even going to try to talk you into this because this is a brand new, I don't say that, but this is a brand brand new ground floor opportunity. And if you don't want to do it, I will go find somebody else nice and kind and with a like vision, because as I'm moving forward and creating this momentum, the natural magnet that's happening with my company is going to attract the right people into my business. And I'm speaking that over you right now, that let your light shine. Don't dim it down. Don't lessen what you have to make someone else feel comfortable. So your posture, your tenacity, your grit, your belief in yourself, you've got to build up that belief in yourself. Doubt anybody, doubt what anybody else says to you, doubt their intentions, doubt them, but never, ever doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. Choose to believe in you. You can choose that. And your belief in the company. How do you get your belief in the company? Showing up to events, getting on Empowerment Tuesday, getting on Wellness Wednesday, and getting on the global ops shares. You hear more and more stories. You're going to feel it, and get around your tribe. Get around your tribe. People are like, oh, what you do is kind of weird. And I'm thinking, what you do is kind of weird, because I am seeking light, and I am seeking abundance, and I am seeking truth. But you've got to get around the tribe of people that are doing that with you, doing it so that whenever you go and you take this to, you can't have, I have this Post-it note, you can't give your billboard vision to a Post-it note kind of person. That can't happen. And so by being in your tribe, you're going to build your posture. There's nothing I like better than when I see someone's been around the tribe and they've been around the fire, and they walk a little different, and they walk into the room and the energy is there, because your energy attracts and you deserve to have it. So that's what your posturing is going to look like. Let your posture do the work for you. Here's a secret. Keep your pipeline so full. Keep your pipeline so full. I love to say this. I believe in everybody. I really do. I believe that anybody could come into this business and win. I believe that. But there is no way on God's green earth that I'm ever going to rely on anyone. And if my pipeline's full, and I'm thinking 10 a week is all I can think, and I'm focused on that number initially, because maybe I don't have a team yet. And I'm like, okay, 10 a week, I can do 10. I might not be able to do 100, and that list is overwhelming, but I can choose 10. And I choose to do that work. And I have 10 people that I'm following up on. It does not matter to me who says no, because if one person says no, I have 9 more. And if 2 people say no, I have 7 more. And if 2 people end up enrolling, and I take them back through the system, right? Back through the cycle of, okay, who do you know? Make your list. Let's do a launch party. And those 2 people talk to 10 people. I now have 20 people in my downline that have listened, and I have 10 more people that I'm talking to, and it no longer matters to me. And then rejection becomes like this. I am rubber and you are glue. And whatever I say bounces off me, and whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you, right? It doesn't matter to me anymore who rejects me, because my pipeline is full. So your paycheck is in direct proportion to the number of opportunities that you're listening to, that you're sharing every single week. And so you've got to know that. And so many times people say, oh, my team's not working, or I just wish I make more. What I want you to understand is, just like if you had a 9-to-5 job, I was listening to Dolly Parton on the way here, working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, right? If you work 9 to 5, you're going to get up and you're going to go to work every single day. And if you don't go, you don't get a check, right? If you don't go, you're going to get fired. I mean, that's what that looks like. Here in this business, you don't get fired, but that's amazing. But here's the deal. Just like if you go to work and you have the specific job and you have to do it, if you tell yourself every day, rain or shine, I'm going to find a way, make a way. And there will not be a week that goes by that I don't share with 10. And then I don't bring in 2, and I bring in 2 people and I share them to do the same. And I teach them to do the same. And I teach them to do the same. Your check will grow. You have control over it. And I think that was a freedom day for me when I understood, okay, my work ethic can trump anything, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. Can I be really honest with you? Can I? Like, I am not the most talented. I am far from the most polished. I am not the most organized. I come from the country. I am not fancy, but I'll tell you one thing. I will show up and work every single day because I know the power of my pipeline and I know the power of my why. And my work will outwork any shortcoming that I have. And I'm saying that to you because if you feel that, I just want you to know that you can win. So that's your pipeline, right? So the follow-up. So here we're going to kind of go through these stages of the follow-up. First of all, I believe the follow-up should start with a presentation. So if you're doing the presentation and your upline's doing the presentation and you come to the very end of it, ask these open-ended questions or say to them, this is an open-ended question. Say to them, where do you see yourself? Most people find themselves in one of three places. Number one, I want to make a retail purchase. Number two, I'm a preferred customer. Number three, I want to make more information on the business. Open-end those questions kind of lets you know where they're at. Now, open-ended questions are life. Once you learn these, you can change your entire life, not just your business. Like my grandson, when I pick him up from preschool, I always say to him, if you say to a kid, you pick a kid up from school and you say to them, what'd you do today? They say, I don't know. I don't know. What'd you eat for lunch today? I don't know. But if you say to them, what was your favorite thing that happened today? They're going to say, my favorite thing was recess, or my favorite thing was reading. And if you say to them, what was the favorite thing you had in your lunch? They're going to say, oh, macaroni and cheese. They're going to ask that because it's human nature. It's not that people are stubborn and it's not that we're trying to manipulate them and get them to answer. We're just trying to answer open-ended magical questions so that you can find out what their thoughts are. And don't be scared. Like even if this person, when you're following up and you're learning to follow up, if they say no, remember, it doesn't matter. You eat no's for breakfast because your pipeline's full. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. You took a bear claw and you wiped that away. It doesn't matter who says no, right? Because you're in control now. And it's a beautiful thing. And so here's open-ended questions. Ask them and don't be afraid. What was your favorite part of what you heard? I say that all the time. What was your favorite part about what you heard tonight? Okay, out of everything that you heard tonight, what intrigued you the most? And then listen to what they have. Listen to those open-ended questions. There's some more right here. Then I ask, what questions do you have? When you say, what questions do you have? Do not fear when the question comes out like an objection. Okay? But remember, I want to go back to this. You're going to be doing your perfect 7. So you're going to get people on the tool. They're going to listen. And when it comes to follow-up, you're going to do this follow-up with your upline. This is going to be a 3-way connect call. Okay? So if I'm doing the perfect 7, I'm putting my team through the perfect 7. George listens to the information. He hears the presentation. And now it's time for the follow-up. During the perfect 7, that follow-up is going to be done. I'm going to get George on the phone with my upline, and I'm going to allow my upline to ask these questions while I listen so that I can learn how to give them. It's part of that perfect 7. So just know that, okay? You're going to hear your upline. You're going to hear people say things like, all supplements are alike, or I get all my nutrients from my food, or I think this is a pyramid scheme. When they're saying those things, they're literally they're going to come out as statements, but they're really asking a question. Nobody wants you to go, yeah, all supplements are alike. They're really saying, are all supplements alike? And so you're going to listen for those objections. Or if they say all supplements are alike, then you're going to use the simple thing. This is like from 1986. Well, 2002. You're going to say, so let's say that they say all supplements are alike. You're going to say, I know how you feel, because before I got started into this industry, I thought all supplements were alike too. But what I realized, I started using the collagen and the vitamins, and my skin, my energy started changing. And I began to realize they're not all the same. They're different. So this is feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. That's how I felt too. Now, what a lot of people are going to say is, I need to do some research. when they say, I need to do some research, I expect that. And so when they need to do research, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to begin to send links to them. Spark Global has 1 million links on their YouTube channel. So don't allow them to go out. When they say, I'm going to do research, you're going to say to them, oh my goodness, I would love to send you all the things. I know for me, I wanted to be a fact checker. So let me send you all the things that I took a look at before I got started. And then you're going to send them links, videos, whatever those things are that they're asking for to pique their interest. Now, once you've sent them, what you've got to do next is you've got to ask permission to follow up. You're going to say, okay, great. I'm going to send you over these links. Is it okay tomorrow if you can either shoot a text? I typically just say tomorrow, I'm going to shoot a text over to you and I'm going to see what questions you have and see if I can send you anything else. Is that okay? Or you might say, is it okay if I call you tomorrow? Whatever that is, but you've got to get permission then to go in and follow up, right? But remember, you're going to be doing this entire thing with your upline. That's why the perfect 7 is so real for me, because it really works. So let me kind of go back over this really quickly. So Bob, I sign up Bob today. I'm going to say to Bob, okay, there's 2 things I really want you to do, the perfect 7 and a launch event. After I find out his why, I'm going to find out his why. Bob, what is it that you want out of this business? If time and money were no object, what would you do? Like, if you knew that you could win, what would you want to have? So I want to find out his why. Okay. And then I'm going to say to him, okay, here's 2 steps I want to recommend. It's called the perfect start. I want you to find your 7 people, and I'm going to share with him. I'm going to figure out, does he want to go for his 7 up-level people, or is he going to need to stay and set with 7 comfortable people? And it doesn't matter to me because I have one goal, and that is to train him how to give the information to others and how to use the tools and how to follow up so that he feels comfortable. So whenever he says, okay, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to get his list of 7 people. I'm going to help him know what to say. He's going to book them. He's going to get them into a tool. They're going to watch that tool. And then we're going to go through the follow-up process together. He's going to listen to me, ask those open-ended questions. And by the time we do 7, he is going to feel so confident and so much different. He's no longer going to feel like, I'm so scared. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take him straight into, make a list of 100, ask 100, 35 are listen, and 10 are going to sign up. And, we're moving forward in that. So that's what that looks like as we get started. Now, so we followed up now, and then we're going to start the enrollment process. So you're going to help your new brand ambassador get enrolled. You're going to help them place their first order. You're going to help them with their smart ship. And then you're going to take them straight into the onboarding system. And what you've completed now and what you have now is a perfect circle, a perfect cycle of taking that individual. You bring them in. They go through the perfect 7, so they're comfortable. They do their launch event. Through these things, you teach them you're teaching them how to follow up. They're learning how to follow up. They just enrolled new people. They take those new people, they run them through the system, and it never changes. And the more boring it feels, the closer you are to ultimate success. And so that's what I have. Taken from the shyest girl on the planet before I started, probably the worst network marketer. You would have never picked me out of the crowd. I will tell you that right now. I would not have been chosen. And so if I can, you can. I hope that helps you guys. Thank you so much for listening tonight, and have an amazing, amazing Tuesday night.